Okay. Go for it then, sweetheart.
Fabulous. Well, thank you for joining us today. For any of you who are new to the business, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are, as a division, backing what we're calling Mission 100. So Mission 100 for Avon UK is getting us back to 100,000 representatives. And, you know, we're on the way there, but we really, really need to get out there and get recruiting some more. A, to earn you some bonus, but B, to get that growth back for Avon. So as part of that, we are doing our Snowdon part, so Snowdon Mission 100. So Mission 100 is 100 VDK. So when we say VDK, what we mean is virtual door knocking. So we're hoping that you'll accept our challenge and step in. And if you message 20 people a day, well, if we do it over 5 days, that's Mission 100. But I suppose we could do Mission 140, couldn't we, and go for the 7 days? Maybe that'd be good. Is there a video on this that plays, Lizanne? We literally came up with this on Friday, didn't we? There's a little play button there. Oh, there we go. No problem. Right. So just a quick overview of what we're going to do this week. So all the BDMs have agreed to get involved. I put my hand up and said I'd do today. The lovely Lizanne, Karen's on here as well. Hello, Karen.
Hello.
Karen's on here as well. We're going to break it down into different things over the course of the week. So today we're going to look at Marketplace. Tuesday, Facebook jobs section, because that seems to be one where people gravitate towards. Wednesday, TikTok, that's to be confirmed because we just need to check that we can get what you need from that. We want it to be beneficial to you. Thursday, Instagram, so similar to the Facebook Marketplace, but how you do that on Instagram. And then an overview Friday, what works for you. So we're going to go through the week and look at different ways we can recruit online to grow teams. So I'll pass over to someone else for now.
Yeah, can I just add to that as well, girls? Guys, that anything that is not on here that you want to kind of give a try, but you're not quite confident with it, could you either text your BDM or just put it in the chat now? Because if you find you're getting comfortable with what we're already doing, because these are things that we know and we know well, but there may be something that you want to be able to practice a little bit more. So if you can just give us some feedback on what more you would like, just pop it in the chat as well. Is that all right? So, okay, so I'm just going to go over a quick overview of the benefits of why use social media platforms. So we know your business is online for 24 hours. So your shop is open 24 hours. You know, and you've got to think of these people that I think one of his busiest times, especially at the Christmas time, is 2 o'clock in the morning. People are not sleeping, or they're up with the babies or whatever else. One of the things they will do is they get online and they start doing the Christmas shopping. Yeah, you do reach more network, so you're able to cover the whole of the UK, if not further. You think about one of two things. So, for example, you go out into an area, I'm just going to use one of my areas, into HD5 area, you're only going to kind of speak to so many people, but online you can speak to hundreds of people all at one side. That is one benefit about it. Okay, your conversion rate as well is better when you are physically online. Again, it's all about your brand. You know, Avon doesn't need selling. It's all about you and your brand. You are the brand for Avon as well. So it's increasing your brand awareness and obviously, you know, getting out further afield as well. And again, you know, there's other things that we can do online, if you think about it, is partnership with other influencers. And it could be the fact that this is where it comes down to doing your events. And I believe Delia's on here. So Delia's obviously, I know she did an event recently. She got that offline. So she partnered up with these guys to do obviously an event as well. And obviously, kind of thinking about the competition, you're able to get further afield with being online because obviously your Boots is not online. You know, they're sat in the corner of Huddersfield Town or wherever else. People will obviously have to catch a bus, go there, do the shopping, come back. So they're only targeting a certain amount of people. You've got to think you can target as many people as you want to. Yeah, and also looking at the advertisement as well. So I don't need to go on anymore. The fears on why people avoid social platforms, and these are just some of um, feedback that we've got from some of our representatives on why they feel they can't. We did a survey on why they feel they can't and they won't come online. So if you think about it's the knowledge, the lack of knowledge, so they avoid it. They don't understand where to go, how to start it, and what to do. So they've never done it before, and it's a lack of knowledge. Again, you know, frightened of getting negative messages. You know, we all get some kind of have to overcome some kind of objectives. But if we can overcome the negativity and make it into a positive, the more we're going to do it. Frightened of change, and this is a big one. This is an absolutely huge one. And we're not saying, you know, stop using books because, you know, we do have people that still enjoy using the books. What we're saying is you could increase your business by 120% by using online as well. But it's down to you guys to educate your customers and educate um, people around you to use the other platforms that we've got. So you can imagine if you look at what you're doing with just your book sales at the moment, what more you can do with the other platforms that we have as a business. Again, as I've just said, you know, how do you overcome objectives? You know, and I had this. I'll be honest. I had this the other day, and I spoke to another manager and asked that manager and said, right, so I've had this person reply, but they've said this, and this. How would you overcome this, and what would you say? Because I had no idea. I could have easily actually thought, right, do you know what? I'm not even going to go there. I don't know what to say. But I overcame that with asking somebody else, how did you overcome it? How did you get that person to agree that you've not spoke to face, you're speaking to online? And I were able to get some feedback and we were able to get that person signed up, which was great. But I had to go and get somebody else to support me on that. Again, it's confidence and it doesn't feel personal. I think, and we've had a call this morning, and you think about this day and age, last 18 months, 2 years, you know, and with COVID, things have changed so much. And yeah, we can't have it like face to face anymore, but we still need to run your businesses. We've got to be careful on what we do. So it is building that confidence up. For it to be more personal that way. And if you think about it, face to face, we're doing face to face now. We're not sat in a room with each other, but we're still it's still face to face. Okay. So right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass over to our lovely Vix to go through what the 100 No Challenge is all about. Are you there, Vix? Can't hear you, lover.
Yes, sorry.
Oh, there you go.
Away to myself for a minute then. Karen, do you want to just talk about the 100 No's while Lisanne unshares a screen and I'll share my screen if that's okay?
Yeah, sure. The 100 No's. So it basically is the more people you speak to that say no, the more likely you are to get a yes. And it's something that I used to do when I was out in the field, actually face to face or on my own. Actually, I used to set myself a challenge I'd write myself a little grid, and I'd go out and I'd speak to as many people as I could. So say it was, I don't know, 20, and my aim was to get a no. And every time I got a no, I put a tick in the box because I was getting closer to that yes. So we're challenging you to speak to 100 people virtually, so 20 a day. And the idea is you want to get as many no's as you can, because every time you get a no, you're interacting with people, you're speaking to people, but you're getting closer to that yes.
Fabulous. Every no's a step closer, isn't it? So can everybody see my screen? I can't see anybody. Yeah, fabulous. Right, brilliant. So this is the way that, so there's different ways you can work on Facebook. Today we're going to talk about Marketplace. So on your Facebook, for anybody that's not been on Marketplace, most people do go on there because it's kind of like the new eBay in a way, because it's everything local to you. You've got the little shop icon at the top here. So here's your Marketplace. So I've gone straight from my front screen onto the Marketplace screen. Now, what I'm looking for at the minute, I'm looking for people that might be selling things that I can relate to, or we can relate to through Avon. So Avon does everything, as we know, from fragrances, hair care, makeup, beauty brushes, clothes, bags, bubble baths. There's all sorts of different things. So one of the things I tend to do is set where I'm working. So I change this up every day. So it could be that today I'm looking at a 10 kilometre, not miles, 10 kilometre radius of Blackpool. So I'm looking for the area where if I do get a hit or a lead, I can pass it on to somebody who's working in that area as a sales leader. But you can change it up, and I would recommend changing it up every day. And the reason I do that is so that you're not messaging the same people. So it could be that today you do Blackpool, tomorrow you do Lancaster, then you might do Bootle. Notice I'm saying all areas in 537. Then you might do Ormskirk. So you would just put in where it is that you're wanting to work. So you can change that location at any time, and you can make it larger or smaller, but move it around, and that way you kind of getting to see new people and new things that are for sale. So I've just put it as Blackpool for today. So if I just apply that, that's where you can change where you're working. What I also tend to do is I will think, right, beauty brushes, you can see makeup palettes, things like that. So if I did beauty brushes and search the Marketplace for anybody that's selling beauty brushes, and that's within a 10 kilometre radius of Blackpool. In fact, because I've already done these, I am going to change mine to Lancaster. Everybody still see my screen okay?
Yeah.
The Lancaster, Lancashire. So if I apply that, hopefully they should change, and everybody within a 10-mile radius of Lancaster that might be selling beauty brushes, it could be palettes. So if I scroll down now, one of the things you can do is look at what people are selling. So if I scroll, I'm going to see what takes my fancy. So this looks quite cute, this little makeup box delivered to you. So if I click on that one, up pops the advert. So here's the person who's selling, seller information. Here's the advert. Now it says message again, so I must have messaged this person, so I'll come off that one. So I don't want to message the same person twice. As you can see, I've been doing my VDK. Let's try somebody different, shall we? Let's go down to another one. So we've got somebody with a rainbow brush here. Let's go on to that one. So here we are. So we've got Maya. So Maya's selling this brush, and I want to send her a message to offer her the opportunity for Avon. So I would simply click message. Now, if you were buying the brush, they've got things here that you can sort of put on automatically. Facebook offer you that. Now, the difference, just to explain, if you were to just go on and instant message somebody, it tends to go into what we call the dark messages. So unless they check the dark messages, they're not going to see it. The beauty of doing through Facebook is by sending the messages to people this way, they will see the message and the message will go to them. So I have saved, I don't know if you're going to see this, has it changed to my Word document?
Sorry, just to add to that, and the reason why they'll see the message is because obviously they think you're applying to the rainbow brush.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Can you see my Word document?
No.
No, right, so I'll just copy that. Let me copy, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to paste a message into here. So it says, hi, Sam. I want to personalize it. So I'm going to say, hi, Maya. So that lady knows that I'm messaging her, and it is more personal to her. I hope you're well. I can see you're selling makeup products on Marketplace. I can change that to makeup brushes. On Marketplace, I wanted to reach out about an opportunity to earn from selling on Marketplace, just like you are doing already. I'm a team leader with Avon. As you can imagine, Christmas is very busy and we have millions of customers who want to access Avon goodies but don't have a representative. Do you know anyone who would like to earn extra cash for Christmas, or is it something you might be interested in yourself? You can earn from the very first pound you sell by simply sharing your online brochure on Facebook, just as easy as selling items on Marketplace. Christmas stock has arrived and is selling fast, #easymoney, or big savings on your own Christmas shopping. Not only this, but you'll receive 12 Days of Joy Advent calendar for free as a welcome to the team. No animal testing, vegan range, products with 100% of profits donated to our causes, Women's Aid and Copperfield. If you know anyone who would like more information, just drop me a message. And I'm just going to put there, thanks for reading. And then Vicky. And I'm just going to send that person that message. I'll drop this message into the chat, or anybody who would like this message, please feel free to reach out. And it's just a case. I copy and paste it onto a Word document, and I have different ones. So I'll change it whether I'm contacting people about beauty palettes, whether I'm contacting people about children's toys. The other thing to do as well, and I think it might have been Karen actually who said about looking at the people that you're contacting. Is Karen there?
Karen's having technical problems. This is another negative why people won't come online. But Karen's having problems with her.
Yeah, one of the things she mentioned on when we were talking on Friday, because obviously we get together to try and talk about. I'm going to stop sharing now, but that was one of the ways that I contact people. Is she will actually look at the profiles of the people. So if I was to go on to Maya, where are we? Go back. Normally you can get onto the person's profile to have a little bit of a look as to who it is you're actually messaging. Some people do have it locked down, or you can go onto the profile like so, and you can get a kind of an idea of who that person is and what they're about. And it does sometimes pay to kind of just have a quick look and see what type of person. So this person likes to post little statements, and what do you call them, like memes. So it's worth having a look and seeing about the person as well. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Has anybody got any questions on that actually before I stop?
Can I just also add, sorry girls to interrupt, but also with that, if you do click onto that particular profile, click on the name, what you would also see is how they've been using Marketplace as well. So when you're going into, obviously, looking into and sending a message, you can also see, once you click into her particular profile, click on her name, see if she sold anything else as well. So is this girl that's actually, or are you doing a different one, love? So you can see what kind of things they're selling. So is somebody a regular on Marketplace selling items? They're the people to target, because obviously they're after cash. Yeah. So I think the more you see, the better it is.
So I would do 20 of those. Thanks for reading again. Oops. And get them sent out. And this is just like in the good old days when we used to go out knocking on doors. I'm just waiting for that to send and then I'll stop sharing. There we go. That's another one sent to Kayla. So I'm just going to stop sharing. Hopefully I might get a reply. Have I stopped sharing there?
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll get a reply. This is just like the old days of knocking on doors, because you'd knock on doors and get no's, or the other thing to also think about is if they come back to you and say, no, I'm not interested in doing Avon, that's fine. Can I send you my digital brochure? Have a look at some of the products we do. So you could try and turn it into a customer opportunity as well, because if they've not got an Avon representative, there's a good chance that they might contact you back for that. And that's another thing as well. Karen's just put in the box. I would have a quick look and see if they show any Avon indications as well. That's definitely worth a look at.
Sorry about this. Okay, girls. So what we're going to do, my slides have just decided to go crazy. So, has anybody got any questions on regards to the marketplace?
Nice question, actually. Obviously, I know Karen and I know Jess on here who are from our area. I can't see who else is on at the minute. But is this the way you would normally do virtual door knocking when you're doing virtual door knocking, or have you done this way before?
I go into groups and I've never done it like that before now. I've never, to be honest, I've done it every now and again because I never have much luck with it.
Yeah.
And I don't really know much about it, to be honest. So that's why I've come on the call.
100% it is a numbers game, because I was having a conversation, Lorraine Leyland, I was having a conversation with Lorraine, and that exact same message we both sent in the exact same way last Thursday. Lorraine got 3 yeses and 3 sign-ups from it. I didn't get any. It is just a numbers game. There are going to be people
I got one, Vicky.
Oh, did you got one? Oh,
I got one, and I'd literally only sent, I was doing 10 messages in the morning, 10 in the evening, and I'd literally just sent in, it was my first message, and it came back within about 4 minutes. And that got signed up, and I got a new sales leader from it on Saturday.
Happy days.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So it is a numbers game, and I think it's a case of I don't know if she's on here, but Vicky Broughton was doing a lot of these last year, and she'd have 17 sign-ups a campaign. I know we were more stuck in COVID and it was more online last year, but it is just thinking, right, I'm going for 100 no's this week, and if I get a yes, that's
I had, just to say, I mean, this is a while ago, but I had a sales leader on another area I was working on, and she used to come out with me every day because she'd been made redundant, but she found it really hard to prospect face to face. It just didn't suit her. She was quite nervous and shy, but every night she would go home and she would do virtual door knocking, and she built a team that way because it's more anonymous. She didn't feel sort of shy. She could get over the points that she wanted to get over, and she'd get maybe 3 or 4 a night some nights, but as I say, that worked for her, and it's just another avenue for people to use at the moment if they don't feel confident about going out. Try it, honestly, and try them. If you're consistent, doesn't matter if you don't get any today, remember the 100 no's. Every no you get, you're closer to a yes.
Absolutely. I think the other thing as well people use Facebook Marketplace for is advertising on, as well as virtually door knocking, is advertising on. And there was something that I hadn't realised till last week, having used Facebook and Facebook groups, is add groups every day. And I think we're going to talk about that more later in the week. But when you're posting on the groups, post in the discussion part as opposed to the thread, the advertising thread, because the discussion part tends to have less restrictions on there. So your post is a lot more likely to be seen. So that was something that I did. You can be doing this job for years, and you learn. It's every day's a learning day, isn't it? So it's learning something new every day.
Okay, guys. So we just wanted to come in gently with Marketplace today, because, like Vicky says, we are going to be doing other digital platforms over the week. But what we'd like to do now is ask you to either get your laptops out, your phones, whatever you use, and let's just spend 10 minutes giving it a go. Because the thing is, what we want to do is any kind of barriers or anything that you feel that you may have, we're on this call now to be able to help you with them. So what I would like you to do, if somebody Vic, would you mind putting that message in the chat so the girls can copy and paste it?
Yeah, here's a really funny thing is one of the ladies who I've just messaged has just messaged me back, and she actually is already an Avon lady. So that does teach me to just double check, like Karen said. the person who you're inboxing. So she's already an Avon lady, so that's good. I'm going to message her back in a second. But I shall put the chat in the box, no problem.
Fab. So the likes of yourself, Jess, you said you've kind of give it a go, but because you felt it didn't work, you've gone to other avenues and done something else. So once you pop that in the chat, if you can get your Facebook up, let's just have a quick go. So hopefully then, if there's any barriers or anything that you feel you need for us to hopefully support you with, we're here to support you now. But also, you never know, there might be something. What was that, about 3 minutes? Somebody's replied back to you, if that? Yeah? We might get something on there now. So one.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, I can't see the chat, sweetheart, so just give us a...
Will do.
Right, are we okay?
Yeah.
Right, so if you now, I'm going to set the clock. We might not need 10 minutes, but I'll set the clock. We'll give you time to be able to obviously copy, paste, do what you need to do, have a little go at this. Good luck, and we'll speak in hopefully 10 minutes.
I'm doing my other 18 now.
I'm going to do a few now, yeah. So we're all at it now.
Surprising how many people are selling makeup on Marketplace.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Anybody having any problems at all? Everybody okay?
Just give it another 30 seconds. We've give you yeah, so 7 minutes, because obviously then we'll go back onto how you feel about it.
Well, I've sent quite a few more, and I've just had a lovely chat with the lady who's already an Avon rep.
Okay, guys, so open your mics and just give us some feedback on how that was for you. How did that feel?
I think it becomes quite addictive for me. And the more I do it, the easier it gets.
I agree
Yeah.
with that. I was always a bit scared of VDK. Not a problem with knocking on somebody's door face to face, but I was always a bit scared of VDK because I don't know. And I think until you get a yes, you don't quite see the value in it and the value of one of the things I've started doing. I have it in my diary, so I have a little reminder that goes off every morning. Do your VDK, do your VDK, do your VDK. So I'm making sure that every day I'm doing the VDK 100%.
And can I just add, girls, with how Vicky's shown you on Marketplace and how you're going in, we do say, because usually it does say you can, you I think Facebook will let you have about 20 messages when you are advertising. So apologies with my dog. But because you're actually physically going into that particular person, that there you go, she just attacked all the posts. I can hear her ripping it up. Because you're going into that particular person's page and sending them a message, you don't need to stick to 20. You can send as many as you want. So if you want to spend the whole day going into different kind of pages, it doesn't necessarily you have to stick at makeup. Vicky, you were saying that your example from Friday of, say, you know, a different kind of customer you went into on regards to your sleeping. If you just want to just share that.
Oh yeah. So that's another thing about adding groups. When you're looking at adding groups or joining groups, don't just initially think about adding groups that are just makeup related or fragrance related. Think about groups outside the box. So you've got groups like equestrian groups. Everybody knows that people who've got horses go mad for Skin So Soft. So simply putting your link in there with the Skin So Soft could generate sales, but also generate a new representative if you're recruiting. Sleep apnea, so people who are having sleep difficulties, again, pillow mist. Everybody loves pillow mist. In there, I am actually in one of those groups, and somebody was saying about struggling to sleep, and I recommended the pillow mist and some new cream, and made a sale that way. But I'm also chit chatting with that lady now, who may join as an Avon representative. So it's worth thinking outside the box and adding groups all the time. So don't just stick to Marketplace. Think about where you can generate customers who you can then convert into representatives.
Yeah, that's great. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass on to Karen, because obviously Karen's got a great top tip on regards to trying to get some structure with this, doing 20 in the morning,